Imagine you're talking to a 5-year-old. How would you describe what your department does?
Okay, that's easy. I build robots that move money, right?
Right, so my role at Paga is essentially to support and help developers be able to apply payments to their mobile apps or websites.
What is your morning routine at work?
I come in, I fill up my jug with water.
So usually I try to get in most time between 6:30, 7. And obviously the first thing I try to do is check my emails.
And then I look at my task queue for the day, see what's outstanding, what's new, and before I dive in.
Try to respond to them. But then again, it depends on how pending my task at the time is.
What is the most intriguing part of your job as a software engineer at Paga?
Is that I get to build cool stuff that people use on a daily basis.
I think it would just be the fact that I'm able to build, solve real life problems.
I think that's just huge, the feeling of, working on solving a problem, and not just solving a problem, but having your solution be useful to a whole bunch of people is just a fantastic feeling.
And build solutions that impact people at their everyday lives.
What is the most challenging thing for you as a software engineer, and how do you deal with it?
Is bugs, you see, because a lot of times you have, tasks, you have objectives, and you have timelines for that. Then you have these unexpected things that come up in your code.
It'll definitely be the pace at which different technologies come out, and being able to keep abreast with all the different technologies that are available and that keep springing up.
It just breaks the whole cycle, on unplanned delays.
And how I deal with it essentially is to keep on learning. So I try to use the weekend concept to build a mini project over the weekend.
And it stops you from being able to solve people's problems. It's a major blocker, and it doesn't go away like that. You just have to dig in and figure it out.
Or learn whatever technology that is available, try to do as much as I can over the weekend to keep myself abreast.
What does it take to be a successful software engineer at Paga?
I think the most important thing is you need to be flexible.
I think our core of working at Paga essentially is all about results.
You need to come with your A game.
You as a software engineer would then be, what's the minimum viable product that you can push out and show progress that you're working on your task.
And you need to make sure you keep on digging until you find the right answers or you solve the problem in front of you.
Actually, what that means is break down your task, come up with something that you know that is like the minimum viable product, and then gradually add up based on priority on the task and build it out till you have a full-fledged product.
What new thing are you learning at the moment, and why?
Oh, I'm learning several things.
It would definitely be the field of AI and machine learning specifically.
But right now, personally, I want to go into hardware.
And the reason I'm learning essentially is because that's the future, honestly. I think that there's no way we can hide from that.
So I've been doing software for a while now, and I think the next phase for me is to play around with hardware. So beyond just, writing code, write code that, affects the physical world.
So everyone has to, or at least if you're tech inclined, has to jump on board, and I'm only trying to, catch up as it were.
If you could switch departments for a day, what department would you switch to, and what would you do?
Office of the CEO.